Pirates were down a run. 3-2 count. Bases loaded. 8th inning. Henry Davis is up. And Henry takes a called strike 3 that was not a strike. I still think Henry needs to swing the bat there. It doesn't mean we don't need an automatic balls and strikes system. It doesn't mean that we can't have robot umps. Those things need to happen. But we don't have that in place right now. And I love Henry Davis. I hope his career continues to turn around. I mean, even this weekend, he hit some balls really hard, just right at guys. His approach still looks good. I think he's turning the corner. When a pitch is close, and that was close enough, I still think you got to swing.
No, bases were loaded.
I know.
And then, I mean, you have one that's down in the zone. I mean, trust your eyes, and you get that walk, and you tie the game.
You know, I heard that pitch was a hit, too. It was sinking.
Yeah, it was low.
It's an impossible pitch to hit.
He's not hitting that.
Yeah, inside and sinking.
I know, but what happened could have always happened. You take that pitch, and you could get rung up on strikes. And I think he needs to get the bat off his shoulders. It's an absolute skill to know that strike zone. And we get to watch it every day with Andrew McCutchen. It is uncanny the amount of times a ball is inches off the plate and Andrew McCutchen spits on the damn thing. I mean, that is a skill, knowing the strike zone. We've also seen Kutch get rung up on pitches outside the strike zone where he's right and the umpire's wrong. Andrew McCutchen knows better than any umpire in Major League Baseball what's a strike and what's not a strike. Henry Davis ain't there, in my opinion, but he knows. He's a 1-1 pick. He's a professional hitter. You know the strike zone. But, and this is where we laugh at Crowley, I was always taught if it's close, you got to swing the bat.
In that circumstance?
I think especially in that circumstance.
The older you get...
He struck out!
The older you get, the more acceptable it is to take close pitches like that.
No doubt.
Because you're playing the highest level of professional baseball. The umpire's got to get that right. I mean, it's not even like it was close. Like, it was a sinking pitch that was egregiously low.
It was close enough to be called a strike is the whole point.
Yeah, there are a lot of pitches that were quote-unquote close enough to be called strikes that were just god-awful. So, I mean,
You're talking about in that game?
No, in the history of Major League Baseball, especially recently.
Remember when Levon Hernandez threw the no-hitter? And he's just striking out guys left and right with pitches that were like 8 inches off the plate.
Yeah.
And the umpire, he gone, bang! What is your strike 3 call, by the way, Harry?
Strike 3! Out! Yeah, there you go. But anyway,
do you do it? Well, no, not anyway. Do you do a hand signal?
So for that age, it was 9 and 10-year-olds. So I'll be very pronounced with my calls, like strike 1, strike 2, and then strike 3. Just don't make it too complicated. But I'm always very pronounced when I say things.
I like the guy who just throws the one hand up, like, hey, yeah. I don't think I would say strike 3. I think I would just throw guttural noises out there.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well,
did you have to hold a pad, or did you have the chest protector on?
Oh, I had a chest protector on.
See, back in my day, I umpired for a little bit, and we had to hold the pad. And then so you couldn't throw your arms around signaling strike 3. You just had to say strike 3. But if I got to wear the full MLB umpire getup, my arms are going crazy like I'm on ecstasy at a rave.
I'll have to show you pictures. But when I was certified, well, I still have my uniform, actually. I have a full uniform, so I had a chest protector and then like one of those polos that stretched over the gear, and I had the slacks. So I had like the professional uniform.
Slacks.
Yeah, they're called slacks.
Yeah. Pants.
Those dudes wearing pants in the summertime.
Hot.
Like, imagine being in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Hot. A day game after a night game, a 135 first pitch, 95 degrees. And like you got some schlub on the mound. I'd be calling strikes that are balls left and right.
I wonder if they get nervous whenever like Skeens throws.
That's another reason, man. I'm sure they have to.
Yeah, initially, like hearing about him, knowing what he could throw, then actually seeing him warm up, then getting behind there, it's like, man, I hope this catcher's on today.
Right? All we need is one cross up, which I think is going to happen less and less because of the technology they have with the pitch comm. But you need one cross up where Henry Davis thinks a breaking ball is coming and a fastball at 100 miles an hour hits me in the throat.
Or just a foul tip.
Oh, no thank you.
Yeah, the foul tips what you got to worry about. I've learned that pitches that get away, as long as you stand still, you can usually avoid immediate contact with the ball. And then once it gets past you, then you move away.
Yeah.
But if you try to react as it's in, you're going to get hit or you're going to get away with the catcher.
And you're going to miss a call if you're getting your head out of the way or something like that. I mean, I guess you'd probably know it was a ball if it's going to hit you in the head.
Correct.
Yeah, your point about Skeens is a good one, Dorin, because that's why you need some form of automatic balls and strikes. This dude throws a 96-mile-an-hour splinker. Major league hitters can't pick that up. His sweeper starts 14 inches off the plate and comes in to left-handed batter's box on lefties. And I'm supposed to call that a ball or a strike? You need the automatic. And they have the technology. That's what's always driving me nuts. Like, we at home with the Levin Furniture and Mattress Strike Zone, we know in real time better than the actual umpire does. A lot of people disagreeing with me on the text line. You're wrong, Crowley. It was a ball. I know it was a ball.
I mean, it was almost blatant. Like, I feel like you have to take that. You take that.
You can't really, again, you can't hit it either. A sinking pitch inside, that's
foul it
Davis
off.
is not hitting that.
You foul it off.
You got to foul it off. You got to pull that one 750 feet foul like he's done his entire career.
You know, if you came out to the field with me, I could throw to you and see how well you could, hit.
I'm not a
that are-
professional umpire.
That are 2.5 inches off the plate. Okay.
I'm not a pro. Henry Davis is a 1-1 pick. I played 6th grade baseball.
Yeah, and then you're saying that he has to hit the ball.
You got to take the
I'm
game.
not a 1-1 pick. I played 6th grade baseball. He's got to hit that. He's got to get contact.
You got to swing.
He's got to swing.
You have to swing. You got to take the game out of the umpire's hands. You know that guy can miss a
From
call.
your baseball education, he's got to swing there after you just said that you played 6th grade
He got
baseball.
called out on strikes. That's
was a
his
bad
fault, too.
call.
It was a bad call. It's also-
Hindsight's 20/20, Mr. Crowley. This isn't even a conversation topic if the umpire gets the call right.
Sure, but because he's a human and not R2-D2 back there, you swing the bat. IMO.
Hindsight's 20/20.
What are you talking about? That's why we're talking about automatic balls and strikes. If he throws a strike there, we're not talking about ABS. Welcome to Sports Talk Radio, Harry. So nice of you to come along.
I wasn't insulting you. I'm just killing your argument because, again, Henry Davis in that moment, if we're talking about him as the hitter, Henry Davis does not know that ball is going to be called a strike.
Of
He's
course he
using his
doesn't. It's
judgment as
close
a hit.
enough.
It was
is
not.
what I'm saying.
I argue it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
You guys can argue it wasn't. The umpire called it a strike. It was obviously close enough to be called a strike. It was. It was a strike. Fact. It will go down in the history books, my friends,
You've never been
as strike 3.
further in a corner. Is this what you always do when you're in a corner? You just flail your arms. You fail to. You never give up.
Strike 3. Got him. He's out. You got to protect the plate. Foul that puppy off.
He's not doing that.
He's hot.
He's not doing
You know what he did? He went down looking. And
Yeah.
Andrew
Rightfully so.
Andrew McCutcheon agrees with me. Andrew McCutcheon said you got to earn those calls. You got to earn them.
That's because the team isn't performing well. That doesn't mean it wasn't.
And Henry Davis is a career OPS. Is it even in the 600s? Probably just barely.
Right.
So get the bat off your shoulder, and you might go down
He has a
swinging.
career OPS not in the 600s. You think that he's going to even foul tip that?
You think he's going to get the call from the home plate umpire? He didn't.
I don't think it was really necessarily him needing to earn it as a player and who was at the plate. I think it was just a terrible call.
McCutcheon gave the right answer from
They make the same call if McCutcheon's at the plate.
I don't think so.
the team's got to take accountability for a lot of the problems that they've had this season. But if we're talking about this from what was Henry Davis thinking in that moment, that pitch was not a strike.
It was strike three. Out. Goodbye. See ya. Take a seat. I thought the team response to all of it was exactly what you need to see, though.
Yeah.
The Kutch stare down, Don Kelly getting tossed for a third time. How about this stat on Don Kelly? As a manager, he's 10-12. In games he finishes, they're 10-8. He's been thrown out 3 times.